with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Andres Borregales ready to get us started. And we're off from Foxborough. Return starts at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
I'll say it again, Kate. I love these new kickoff rules. This is exactly what we all wanted to see. All of us understood safety concerns with the kickoff, but we did not want to see this explosive, game-changing play out of the game, and we did. And in fact, in this one, we got to see it right from the jump.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Lloyd. And a nice 70-yard chunk on the opening snap of this game.
Well, that run may not remove the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Heads out on the bootleg. He rolls to his right. He gets it complete. Here's Marshawn Lloyd. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. First carry now, this is Baisha Tootin. And no question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
More discuss here on the Sunday night pre-blizzard
First down
extravaganza.
carry, 9 yards. Here comes
The Bill
2nd and
Simmons
1.
podcast is brought to you by FanDuel. Football season may be coming to an end, but things are only getting started.
Back to throw. Here's
On the court,
Lawrence.
on the hardwood, on the wood, as some people call it. FanDuel, the #1 choice for same-game marvelous live
Knocks it
betting.
away, and that's going to bring up 3rd
During the
down.
NBA season, don't forget, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app right now.
On 3rd down, here's
Play your
Tootin.
game. 21 plus in residents like states of 18 plus in president DC, Kentucky, Ohio, and get from no one else to get work. Visit rg-help.com, call 888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org/chat. This episode is brought to you by Venmo. Supporting your team never gets old, but here's something new. You can now pay for your game day wings and rip your team. By getting your college colors on your card. More with the college branded Venmo debit card. Get up to 5% cash back with Venmo Dash. Sign up at Venmo.com/college card. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at Venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back. This episode is brought to you by Venmo. Supporting your team never gets old, but here's something new. You can now pay for your game day wings and rep your team at the same time. By getting your college colors on your card. Score more with the college branded Venmo debit card. Get up to 5% cash back with Venmo Dash. Sign up at Venmo.com/college card. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at Venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month. This episode is brought to you by Pepsi. Have you heard about the Pepsi paradox? Basically, it's the idea that when labels and bias disappear, cola drinkers, for the taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar or Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Yep, Pepsi Zero Sugar tastes better than Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. They've got the stats to prove it. Last year, Pepsi revived the iconic Pepsi Challenge across America, and 66% of participants chose Pepsi Zero Sugar or Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Don't take our word for it. Go out and try Pepsi Zero Sugar today. You deserve taste. You deserve Pepsi. This episode is brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Those superior moments in the game, like dropping a buzzer beater at the last second,
Here's
just so good. And have you noticed how the smoothest plays are served ice cold, just like Michelob Ultra? That's why Michelob Ultra is one of the reasons it's the official beer partner of the NBA. And maybe it's because it's a superior light beer with a smooth, refreshing taste of only 95 calories. Or maybe it's because they're giving fans a chance to win amazing prizes, including courtside seat tickets. Michelob Ultra. Superior is worth playing for. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/inside. Michelob Ultra courtside 25-26. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Begins on October 1st, 2025. Ends on June 30th, 2026. Let's launch your period. See official rules at MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry, enter deadlines, and prizes and details.
They come up on 3rd and 11.
Right now, one win more than the Knicks and the Cavs. Nobody else is going to crack that top 4. Does it matter? Does home court matter as much as it used to with this stuff? I feel like last year, we hit the point where it felt like anybody could win on any court. And I don't know how that's changed from when, in the 80s, all you wanted to do was get Game 7 at home, and even maybe in the 90s. But now we've hit a point, I don't even know if it necessarily matters if the Celtics are 2-3-4, if the Knicks are 3-4-2. Does it matter?
I think it still matters. It definitely matters less than it used to for, I don't even know, a bunch of different reasons. Considered, I'd still like to have it, but I think it probably gets outranked now by matchups. If there's a matchup that's just bad for you, you want to avoid whatever the case, whatever it is. If there's a pathway to the conference finals that is easier than the other one that you would usually alternative,
because we know in this league,
sacrifice
you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop
in some cases. This may be one of them. I mean, these teams are they're all sort of unproven in their own ways, right? I don't think any of them is totally scared of any of the other 4. Great, but things considered, I think Detroit is super happy that they will have Game 7 of any playoff series at home.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. If you're the Celtics and you fall to 4 and you get to play Detroit in round 2, a team that you've had some really good games against and matched up pretty nicely with. And then you could have the Knicks and Cavs beat the hell out of each other in round 2. I wonder if, I don't think they'd be tears. That was how right now. And then I wonder, like, who do you think, like, who do the Knicks not want to play the most? Would you say Detroit?
I think this is sort of the same thing happened last year with Detroit and New York, where Detroit won the regular season series and New York beat them in the playoffs, and we all kind of agreed New York was more talented and should have won that series. But Detroit has just pantsed them 3 times this year. And the Knicks can say, well, Towns was out this game, and Anunoby was out that game, and Robinson was out with one of them in one of the games. That's all true. But, like, all of them have been blowouts, and Detroit just has out-toughed them, outfought them, outplayed them in every possible way. So I think that would be, and the Knicks have enjoyed playing against Cleveland, dating to the playoffs 3 years ago. So they would probably say we don't care, it's fine. But Detroit has to be in their heads a little bit. Just are we as tough and together as that team is? Because that was the really impressive thing. Watching Detroit up close at Madison Square Garden last week. Like, they don't have a lot of shooting. We know that that's like the weak spot that everyone expects to be, including me. A little bit more of a hindrance in the playoffs than it is in the regular season. We know they make up for it with, like, cutting and offensive rebounding and smart interior passing. But it's one thing on TV and it's another thing in person. Like, they didn't have Duren and Poor Stewart in that game against the Knicks from the suspensions. And, like, even their role players, like Javonte Green comes in and just moves the ball. Like, they all make the right pass. They all make the extra pass. They all make quick decisions. Karis LeVert is making quick decisions. Duncan Robinson, quick decisions. Dennis Jenkins come. No one is holding the ball other than Cade. And there's a certain, like, that level of cohesion and trust and pace within the half court really does compensate for their sort of lack of shooting compared to the other elite teams. They're really, really they're polished. They're more polished than they have any right to be, given that they're still pretty young and inexperienced. And I think that will carry over into the playoffs. I think they got a lot of the playoff, like, jitters out of the way last year against the Knicks, and they're ready. I think they're ready to make the finals.
It's a little like OKC when they lost that Dallas series. What was that, 2 years ago? but it was the best thing. Probably got them ready for next year. The Pistons at least had that one series. Maybe my Hornets will have the same thing in their feisty 1-8 battle against the Pistons.
They won tonight, right?
They did.
Melo went crazy, so they had
really hard win against Washington's G League team.
If they had split their previous, they had lost to Cleveland and someone else could.
Two tough late fourth quarter games. They lost, two really good teams.
I wish they had won one of those because just for entertainment purposes, I want them to butt up into the 7-8 bracket.
Yeah.
And Philly quietly is slipping down from, they're still 6, but they're just a game ahead and actually tied with Orlando in the loss column. And that, if that were a 4-team race for 6, that would be quite a lot of fun. And if Charlotte could let their way into that, it would be quite a lot of fun. But that's another thing about it. You mentioned home court. Like in the play-in era more than ever, I think the number 1 seed should be able to pick its opponent from who comes out of the play-in. I don't want to get stuck with like, Embiid is healthy and suddenly the Sixers are awesome and we just drew them in the 8th seed. I think you should get the pick.
I would not do that, but I would do 5 home games around.
I like that too. If we're going to have this overlong regular season and we're going to pound our fist about we must care about it, you can't low advantage, you can't tank, we both value durability, well then really reward it then.
Yeah, it's like 2-2-3 for round 1. It's like if you want to go play in and then go against the 1 seed, you're going to have to really beat them. One more thing on Detroit, Boston, Knicks, Cleveland. We're about to talk to Cleveland. I think Cleveland has just liked playing Boston for years. I don't know what it is, but it's a matchup they like. There's been some rough Celtics losses over the years. So Cleveland, last 25, 19-6, second offensive rating. Honeymoon Harden stage is always great. We'll see how it's doing in round 2. But the one thing that I've noticed is they just, they look better partly because they have more good players, just as you said earlier, Garland didn't play all year. But they always have now somebody good, really, really good with the ball for 48 minutes. Right? Mitchell comes out. It's like, Harden, stay out there and run the offense for us. Harden's averaging a 24, 10, and 5, and he's shooting 48% from 3. It's pretty good as like hey, can you run the offense for a few minutes? So there's a pressure that they can put on now for 2.5 hours that I think just feels a little different. And then the other thing is the lobs. Like Harden already it's been 6 games. It's like, hey, Jared Allen, remember when he used to get lobs? Hey, Evan Mobley, lobs. It feels like it's opened up, and they're the team. I think they're the scariest team in the East. All due respect to Detroit, I agree with everything you said about Detroit, but the ceiling for Cleveland is the highest, I think.
You might be right on the ceiling because of, we've barely seen Harden, Mitchell, Mobley, Allen, and the two-way possibilities of that foursome.
And with a bunch of shooters, like Spruce will be back at some point.
Narrow. I mean, I'm not. We're 60 games into the season, and it's like they hope to have Strus back for the playoffs. I'm just so wary of like we think he'll be back for the playoffs. I'm wary of stuff like that now at my old age. Of like, I've kind of heard that one before, and it's a lot to ask.
Right.
But yeah, Merrill's there. They got Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder's a weird fit in some of their lineups, but. You might be right. I think they've got a lot to learn just about how to play together. And this Mobley minutes restriction is kind of like we just don't see him and Allen play much together. And I want to see a little bit more of them be familiarizing with that and with Harden. But look, I mean, they've got all the tools. They were a 60-win team last year that ran into the Pacers buzzsaw and had a bunch of injuries. And now why shouldn't they be the scariest team?
Yeah, now the last 25 games are on a 6-win pace again. They turned Hunter, who was just terrible.
And out for the season. The whole Kings out for the season.
And then Garland, who wasn't playing, turned them into Harden, who plays all the time. And Schroeder, who we've seen in playoff series. And, he's better than almost every team in the league at this point, but he's better than somebody who doesn't play at all. The Harden thing has reached the point, because I'm scared of Cleveland. I just have to keep reminding myself that James Harden's on that team. Maybe he could
Pretty
do James
easy call
Harden
to
things.
make.
But
he lined up offside.
Honeymoon Harden's a
gets
pretty
talking
potent
to
thing.
from his coach.
He's had some of his greatest playoff moments, and there have been some against
Against
teams.
Celtics,
That
yeah.
Philly Celtics series from a couple seasons ago, which the Celtics won in 7, was he had 2, game 1 and 4, I think. 2 of his finest playoff.
Can I say I'm going to shock you and just be super positive about James Harden?
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the 40, I forget where he is in my pyramid. I think I have him in the 30s, right? So he's one of the best 40 players of all time. He's also somebody that has been in situations where everything had to revolve around him, which was the strength and the flaws of all those Houston teams, where everything ran through them for better or worse. It's really interesting when he can just jump into different basketball situations, and he's like a basketball chameleon. And he just becomes like a different version of himself overnight. He has this very, we saw it in Brooklyn too, on your greatest theoretical team ever, where there's this unselfish facilitator. I don't really need the ball, and I'm just fun to play with, James Harden. That's like this alter ego he has. It's almost like the name should be like Jimmy. It's like, oh, it's Jimmy Harden.
Jimmy Honeymoon Harden. That's how he starts.
Look at this inside the 10 to the 9. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
His size and his vision.
Completed to his running back.
He actually has the
This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
I think Mitchell's going to get easier sort of closeouts and gaps to attack and easier catches.
They go play action. Here's May.
And Harden is just
From
a
the
different.
Jaguars are there. He's hauled down.
Just like
And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Was part of part of the system that Kenny Atkinson
now from the gun. This one's caught. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Harden is just
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal.
Be a different sort of system for them, just like a change-up.
Third and long for him here.
I think this play.
Rolling left, buying some time. And they get to way behind the line on this one and take it.
Other than Detroit, I think moments where you're like, can I really trust this team? Like, certainly the Knicks have moments like that.
I think Detroit playing them over and over again for 2 weeks would actually be a detriment for them.
Rolling on first down. Lawrence. Complete out to the right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's too hard to just have this has been what's been Harden for the years.
Lawrence working from the gun.
He's had one success recently.
He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
I didn't think I had to worry about this.
Air it out on third. It's caught. It's Hunter. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball to 44. First and 10. It's Lawrence. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild game.
Hey, we're getting this incredible out of the Watson season that he got hurt.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out third and 12. To the air on third and long. He's got a man left. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors.
Handily winning Golden State, beating Golden State.
And he sends this one straight up. He's trying to stick him deep. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Patriots and Marshawn Lloyd ready to take over once again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here.
And Denver lost again. Their last win against a good team.
Patriots lining up. It's first and 10.
In Boston, and that was without Jokic. They
the play action. May shakes himself free. Fits it through the middle. And this is brought to a stop at that 34-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
And Cam Johnson is now back at Watson's not.
Operating from the gun. Here's May.
Have enough
Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Trying to work quickly now.
Limit to how small you can play against the Nuggets other than Jokic, who obviously needs size.
Here's May.
There's just nobody.
Buying some time right. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get it first.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Oh, the defender.
They're 22nd in defense today. They were bad defensively against the Clippers. They were bad defensively. Like, they just have too many miscommunications. Now, David Adelman after the game I was reading, Draymond Green was pulled out shortly before the game, and the Nuggets tried to be like, well, one of the reasons
first down throw. Caught quickly on the slant. He's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
These guys are running into each other, rotating their own plays. They were prepared.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Left side, caught by Higgins. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Should not send your
Here they go, against after 3rd and 4.
Mistakes, and it just happened over and over and over again. And then they got back left and right. They missed these plays. As you know, I own property on Strawberry Straits.
Lawrence.
Still kind of a train wreck defensively.
This connects with Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Like early in the season,
just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
They were ugly between zone and man. They were every bit like a team that was.
Man in motion here.
And so
on first and 10, here's Lawrence.
And it could just be
complete out to the right. Their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Making touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Motion the slot man right. Looking inside the red zone.
I just don't feel Cam Johnson's presence in these
touchdown, Jacksonville.
He's reaching like
the Jaguars.
Famous Tobias Harris, like, oh, he was out there status. Like, and Tobias has been out. Tobias has been out there. Tobias has been doing his thing. So just forgive me, Tobias Harris, but these games go by, and I'm like, oh, Cam Johnson played. That's right. He was 7 in the box score, and I forgot that he played.
The inside hand off to Lloyd. He picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. May now. Throwing the around complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
He's shooting 43% from 3.
Here's May on first and 10. Off the left side. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Cam Johnson had like 2 big threes near the end there. I didn't think either of them were coming in.
Now Lloyd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that road moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? Recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a New England first down.
It's a tough one because they have the championship pedigree and they have one of the...
To throw, here's May. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him.
The best thing about a take like that...
On the gun, it's May. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. On the line for another first and 10.
And you can make the case with Edwards.
Again, it's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Jokic is the best part of it.
Every time I'm ready to trust the Timberwolves, and I do trust them.
They do what they did tonight.
They lost by 27 to the 6.
Well done from the gun with Lloyd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. The defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line, knowing the run was coming. Boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Chased out to his right. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down.
But there are these two doors that are really far away from each other. And the big winner to me is OKC. If they can figure out a way to basically avoid Denver completely, right? Which it seems like
going on first down.
Lawrence. There's a Denver, Minnesota 3-6.
Ran it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
And at OKC.
Lawrence working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I know he's not perceived as a big part of the
No connection on the last play, and that's third down.
kind of be the scorer, creator. AJ Mitchell is
third and long. They're going to throw.
Played now for a long time.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner.
The timetable's got a little happy. But yeah,
And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. First down now, ball at the 33. It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. He works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. They cost him 5 yards.
My wife and my son came back and watched the fourth quarter. Phoenix.
Running it after the penalty. It's only 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
It was the weirdest game I've watched all season. It was an all-time rock fight. Jalen Green.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence.
And it was so bad.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get one.
It was to the point where it's like they got to take him out. Like, this is like watching a pitcher who can't throw strikes. He wasn't just missing jump shots. He was like front rimming. They were going right. They were going left. He was just a complete mess. And then in the end of the second OT, driving crazy fast, it makes it.
Dropped for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
And it was
nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
So just like, we got to let Jalen Green.
May now from the gun.
We have no other chance to carry a shot.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
To the other end.
First down from the 42.
That's how long that is just off the much. Everybody's standing around. And
give him out of Lloyd. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
I hate advocating for
there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL. I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop in that defensively.
He doesn't hold it up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on third down.
But it does feel like this is the year from hell.
Here he goes, third and long. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. He has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, May. Dumped off to his running back. It's going to be a short pickup down to the 22. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Patriots with it, currently holding a not-so-comfortable lead here. Second down now, they need 7.
You thought it was going to be Phoenix's pick.
Throwing is May.
Might be Orlando's pick. Although now Phoenix is going
and he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown.
And Phoenix was supposed to be the 7th, but could go in a little free fall here. Golden State, I have no idea what to make of them. And then the Clippers, who I was there for the Math Renaissance. Math Renaissance.
I'm not sure that's going to catch on, but you do you. You're a big
fan. The Patriots.
I am, and there was just a bunch of Clipper fans there who were not familiar with his work. Kind of looking at each other going, what's going on right now? As he was just taking you guys one-on-one. I don't like their team when Garland comes back. We did it
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. First down from the 41. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots go. The big play drives the backward.
I mean, they're
Lawrence looking to throw.
the verge of going from 6 and 21 to 5.
Finds a man right side. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
They're a pretty small team, and, you know, the drama, I mean, unfortunately, there's very hard to get out of the play. So
this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. He goes down. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today.
I see it consistently before.
He got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game.
Derek Jones Jr. has been awesome, underrated part of their sort of
here. Get some space around midfield.
He'd be a great addition to their team.
And he's off to the races.
Pretty dangerous.
Here we go. Touchdown, New England.
Denver wanted the game and was really into it. And I don't think Jokic loves the Clippers, the genesis of this, but every time I try to go every time Jokic plays the Clippers. Every time he really wants the game. He's really into it. And I don't know, did they lose to them in the bubble? Is that what it was?
No, it was the Clippers.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. A quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's second and inches. Lawrence to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Lawrence here running the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped her at the line. No gain. From the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10.
First down, Jaguars.
Now Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Brought in right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. Side one for Lawrence. That's a pickup of 4 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Lawrence throwing here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And he brings up third down. Now it's Lawrence. And the Patriots get there and take him down. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
Rip, 23. Done. It's like Silver.
Desperation time here on fourth. Go right side, caught by Thomas. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs. To the air on first down, May. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. This play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Here's May to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off here to Lloyd. He's fight good enough to gain about 4 and gets 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Long, he's going to throw. Going the out, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running right is Lloyd. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bobbled up quickly after just a yard. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's May. Completed over the middle. He has the 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
But in the meantime, I learned set the set. It was a good set. I was like, we're going to be high first.
The grab with Lloyd. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They're on once more with Lloyd. Straight in the center of the field. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown.
King of the late. Oh, this one? Yeah. Somebody else is trying to do a wank dog show and stab and stuff. T-shirt.
Here's Lloyd. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Again, a run with Lloyd. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives them 1st and goal. Hurry this to the line.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Patriots continue piling it on here in the 4th. Marshawn Lloyd with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So this is a win for the Patriots. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign.